This is the Sony SWR10 Smartband. Hi, Dan from Gear Diary. I'm really loving the Sony Xperia Z2 that I got about a week ago. And once I decided that I was keeping it and would be using it as my daily driver, I decided to start loading up on some of the accessories that Sony has rolling out for their top-of-the-line smartphone. So the first thing I purchased was this. This is the Sony Smartband. This is the SWR10. It comes in two different colors, and it is Sony's entry into the smartband market. It is IP58 waterproof protected. It has NFC and Bluetooth, and it is designed specifically to work with Sony's LifeLog application. So this is just a first look. I'm actually going to set it up, start wearing it, and then I'll be back with another video and a full written review of the smartband. But I just wanted to take a look at what you get in the box. So inside the package, you get some literature, you get some quick instruction manual, and you get some legal information. Let's put that aside. You get two different wristbands. They have two different sizes, but you only get one of the clasp, the metal clasp that has the Sony name right here. So you've got your medium and your large, or your small and your medium. You have this, which is obviously the brains of the system, and you get a short USB to micro USB cable. So I do actually love the fact that you don't have to determine which size you want to order, but rather they include these two different sizes, one for larger wrists, one for smaller wrists. Now for me, I can actually get away with either of the two bands. This is the larger of the two, and when I put it on its smallest setting, it actually does hold quite nicely to my wrist. So I'll end up using this one. If I find it uncomfortable, I'll come back and I'll swap out and I'll use the smaller one. Both of them are the same color. They have a very nice soft rubber feel with a nice texture right here. The clasp here is, as I said, made of metal. Let's take off the protective plastic. The Sony name and logo is right there. Sony refers to this part as the core, and you have your micro USB charging port right there. You have an activation button here, and you've got 3 LED lights that will become important later on, but it's worth noting that the 3 LED lights match up along the side and will show through the material right here. So to use this, obviously, you simply take the core and place it inside the smartband, and then take the smartband, get it so it's nice and snug, and here is what it looks like when it is on. It's actually very, very snug. It's very, very light. It's very, very comfortable. It's worth comparing the smartband to, what I think is actually its closest competitor, which is the Jawbone Up. This is the Up 24. So this is the Up that has Bluetooth. It does not have NFC. And this is the smartband. And what you'll see here is that this actually wraps around your wrist. This wraps around your wrist twice. And it's very, very snug. It's not uncomfortable, but it's a much harder material, whereas this actually contours perfectly to your wrist. And actually, I suspect that this is going to be a whole lot more comfortable than the Jawbone Up. The other thing is that to charge this, you pull this off, and then you have to have the special dongle for charging it. Whereas this, you simply pull out the core and you charge it using a standard micro USB port. So my first impression as far as the build, the initial comfort, and also some of the key features physically of the bands is that the Sony Smartband actually wins the day. The Up 24 is designed to work with iOS and Android, whereas this is specifically designed to work with Sony smartphones and tablets. And while it will work with a select number of additional Android devices, it's primarily targeted for the Sony line. I'm going to set this up, start wearing it. I'm going to take a look at the smartband and at the LifeLog app and how they work together using my Sony Xperia Z2. And we're going to talk about it from there. In the meantime, this is the Sony Smartband SWR10. This is Dan from Gear Diary. Thanks very much for watching.